Everything in my power. The thing is, though, sir, I have hired the best talent here in the crossing, and otherwise, and to no avail, have I been able to go ahead and find a way to do so.
Have you contacted Mr. Cooper Garrett?
I have not contacted Mr. Garrett, but Mr. Flood, Mr. Boone, all these other people who have gone ahead and experimented along with it. When I tell you that we have done everything, I had a conversation with Mr. Flood today because he's been on a mission for the past week or so after having a first conversation, and
Right.
he has been working hard because I see this to be a very profitable market in the future, but I also see it to be very important to the people of the crossing. Not only yourself with the ambitions of laughter which you have, but even the other people who also want to go ahead and do the same. Celebrate giving a gift to their mother on Mother's Day or a Christmas gift or whatever have you. So what I'm going to say to you is that I'm going to promise that I'm going to do everything in my power
I know.
to get this done for you. And hopefully
Maybe
before your
Holly's
very
my character
important
to
day.
interact with him on.
I appreciate that, sir.
I just do ask that you be as patient as you possibly can, because if it's not in my power,
These.
then I will do my best to go ahead and rip that power from somebody else. Even if it's from the goddamn gods above, alright? They can strike lightning at me, I'll dodge it, bob and weave.
You should talk to Mr. Garrett. I asked him, and he said yes, he could. I didn't really press any further than that, so I don't know exactly if he can or not.
Well, I would be surprised. There's also one other person I've heard named Mickey Diamond, who is supposed to know how to do it. But the last time someone went ahead and tried to sell me a ring, they gave me a diamond. They gave me a ring and a diamond on the side. Get the fuck out of here. No,
Right.
I want the fucking inside.
Yeah, it was a lot of grinding.
A fucking simpleton makes cheese out of 2 gallons of milk over a fire.
Right.
All right. What?
Oh yeah, no. That's a top Derek Mountain. He's really
Okay.
good at
It will
stuff.
be intricate, but it's
I
going
think
to
you
take
get a
time.
shout out for a
And
top.
and let's put it this way. Today,
Derek?
in 4 hours, I bought 2 whole orchestras. Trying to dismantle them, get pieces, put them together with their head. Nothing.
Okay. Well,
Oh, thank
I wish you all
you.
the best, sir. And if you're able to do it, then you have a customer in me.
Done and done, yes, sir. Well, thank you so
All
much
right.
for your patience.
In
my friend. I
one
don't want to
quick,
take you too far-
dirty
too much
moonshine
longer from
run.
your wife to be. But
Right. Yeah. When she was abducted, she was at the telegram station, so I best be going.
that could definitely worry the soul. Be well, then, my
Right.
friend. All right.
Okay. You too. All right. Thank you, sir.
Heard you mentioning diamonds. You got any business in rubies?
Hi. How are you doing there, Mrs. Ruby?
Mrs. Ruby.
Oh, is it Miss? I'm sorry. I assumed a woman as dashing as yourself, I would think would already be taken.
Hardly, but no, it's Miss.
Oh my God, hardly. So sorry.
Oh, nothing much to be sorry about.
I mean, I'm not too sorry, because at least that means you're still on the market, you know. I'm like a fisherman. I like me a big fish.
Right.
But no luck, unfortunately. Mr. Dallas is going to be a wonderful customer in the future, but I swear to God.
Well, I was asking you if you was looking for rubies or anything like that, just because I couldn't help but hear just a little bit of snatchy conversation. You know, didn't quite get the gist of it, though, so... Hard precious stones? That's about it.
Market for rubies at the moment. Actually, my mining shift just got done recently. Overall, good haul. Good haul indeed.
I'm sorry, you said there's no market for rubies at the moment, or...?
Oh, not that there's no market there, darling. I mean, do you have diamonds to sell? I mean, rubies to sell?
I have a ruby, and yes, it could be sold.
Of course. Well, if you want to go ahead and give it to me, you're more than welcome. I'll buy it off of you.
Sure, it's just right in here.
Of course. How does, actually, my people are firm believers of haggling. Always have been. What is your price?
How's $20 sound here?
$20. I just bought one for 15 there from another person. For you, some
It's
20.
probably not as shiny as mine is. Mine was given to me by some desert
Sold.
dwellers. You know, it's got provenance, I think is what they call that in the jewelry trade.
Oh, Providence.
Yeah.
Ah.
If I had my tools, I would set it for you, but unfortunately, that part of my life is left far behind me.
I see. And why would you want to celebrate that part of your life now?
Ain't much of a market for that sort of thing in this state. And, well, the engraving market's already covered by other people, and I don't got patience to stand around in a store all day.
Is that for sure? You know, when you spend half of your goddamn life banging the walls, you know, for your father and otherwise, it becomes very tedious.
Oh, you have no idea how much I understand that. Is that $20 not working for you? What's the counter offer? Is it 15? Does that mean I have to come down a little bit more?
The
How's
counter
that?
offer would go ahead and be 15, but my haggling mind says, how does 1750 sound?
Sounds like a deal.
Deal taken. Deal struck. Thank you there, Taylor. I know you seen way too much of me at the bank today. Alright, I know. Bastard.
Here you go.
Sold at 1750.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Oh no, you're not going to do it, are you?
Well, I don't know your name. I was hoping you would let me know what your name was.
We met each other today.
Are you sure about that?
Your name is Ruby, yes?
Well, right outside the door. No, it isn't Ruby. It's Holly, actually.
Oh, Miss Harley. Oh, excuse me. You know, I met another lady today who wore that same hat and had hair very
Oh,
similar to
I
yourself, and
see.
her name was Ruby.
Yeah, no, my name is not Ruby. I thought that was some sort of little fun thing you was doing because I was offering a ruby to you.
No, I
No,
was just too busy making a damn fool out of myself. You wouldn't happen to be the Harley that's been sending me telegram, would you?
the Holly that's sending telegrams? What do you mean by that?
Is your telegram start with the E and the A?
It does not.
Oh, well, there's another Harley then that's sending me telegram. Well,
Interesting. Never met
very
another
interesting.
Holly in the state. No, I'm Holly Frost.
Oh, Holy Frost. Well, pleasure to meet you there, Miss Holy Frost. My name is Zhang Wei of White Industries. Pleasure.
Zhang Wei. Well, nice to meet you.
Indeed. Well, if you ever go ahead and have yourself anything of the shiny variety to which you don't want to hold on for or two, you're more than welcome to send them my way.
Sure, I'll keep that in mind. You got a telegram number?
Well, of course I do that, darling. What type of man would I be without a number? It is going to be H as in high, E as in explosive,
High explosive.
892.
I'm glad
High
that
explosive 892.
I'm glad you've kept that after I suggested it.
I mean, of course, if you suggested it.
Yeah, it's Bonnie.
Oh, Mr. Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you there, sir. No, yes, you know,
Did you
stuck
say?
with me.
Sorry, you said high explosive 892.
That's definitely correct there, darling. Definitely not a low explosive. Wouldn't be able to get any binding work done.
You know, I just might have something else shiny that you might be interested in.
Oh, so now you'll tantalize me with something else.
That I am.
All right, well, what is it that you have?
Well, let me get it out of my box and take you over to the table and let you have a little peek.
Indeed.
You all right there?
Oh, doing just fine. So well. Cannot wait to see what you take from your box.
I've actually been looking for you, Mr. Wei.
Oh, have you there, Mr. Jack? You know, funny enough that I was actually looking for you earlier today.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed. Yes, at a conversation with one of, I think, a mutual resource that me and you have. Would you care to meet me at the saloon in about 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'll head on over. I'll wait for you there.
Sounds good, yes, sir. Sounds good.
Anyways, I'll see you around.
Of course.
Now, are you talking very quietly, Mr. Wei?
Mike can be there, darling.
I will just pull back the corner on this, but you'll be able to feel the heft of it. You just take a look.
Oh dear God. What the hell are you doing with one of these?
Well, looking for a place to get rid of it. Had it for quite some time.
Ah, I see. That is a hefty piece of gold right there.
I agree.
Okay.
You can take some time to think it over, but I do have that.
Well, I'm not going to question where the hell you decide to get it or whatever have you. You know, I've done my research on much of the Yee Haw way. You know,
The Yee Haw way?
the Yee Haw way. Of course, you know, pew pew, bang bang, give me your money, do
Oh,
things.
right.
Right, you know, I've spoken to people like Mr. Kettleman or the Riders.
Mr. Kettleman.
Don't let something talk about that man, fucking pestilence.
Oh, you don't like him?
Not a fan.
Mr.
No.
Wei, I think you and I might have just become best friends.
Oh my god, commonality is really the best thing that one can go ahead and strive for nowadays.
I tried to kill him a long time ago. That's
Oh.
why I am the way I am.
Never mind.
Sorry that
We're
I
not
failed.
friends. Well, I have to marry you now.
That's a little bit too fast for me. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I will slow it down. I apologize. You need to understand. I swing X's at walls and then go ahead and get diamond. All right, very quick, very fast. Regardless of that, darling. No, Mr. Kettleman may be a spirit raiser, a person that can gather others, but he is also a man of selfish agenda.
Yes, which he disguises as selflessness while being more selfish than any man I've ever met in my entire life.
Exactly. The man himself tried to go ahead and ruin the definition of the diamond. You have to understand, Mrs. Frost. Miss Frost is there.
It's Miss Frost. Yes.
Miss Frost, excuse me, but Miss Frost that I have tried to go ahead and reason with that goddamn madman. He goes and he grabs the diamond, has people giving the diamonds by the drove, which is making people want to rob mines, take from other people. It is plaguing it. It is making the blood diamond instead of regular, precious, beautiful stone that is only rewarded to honest and hard work. I had to fight tooth and nail to get people to try to build a culture. That man was a lead block attached to my foot as he just swam oh so nicely inside of my lake.
Ah, man. You're speaking nothing but truth right now. I can't find a single thing to dislike about you so far.
I'm an honest man, there, darling. I am somebody who goes ahead and celebrates transparency. What you have there is expensive. That would fetch a pretty penny no matter how you melted it down or used it. How much does the trade-in value go for it?
Only $50.
Only $50.
Yeah, that's all that they'll give to you at the fence for it. Now, obviously, we know that gold's worth quite a big deal more, but that's why I hold on to these things, because every once in a while a buyer shows up and they want one.
Oh, of course. Well, not to mention something like that, I could send over to China, get melted down, and make quadruple the profit. How about this? I'll give you $125 for it.
$125.
$125. Right now.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Sold.
The new clip could scream, my friend.
Miss Frost, if you decide to go ahead and get your hands on any more of these objects, do let me know. As long as you're someone who celebrates confidentiality, you can find yourself a business partner here.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Not quite certain what I'm going to be doing with myself. Laying low for the moment. Just got out of a stint in Sessica.
Oh, that's why you have one of these.
Well, actually, no. I've had that for quite some time. No, I tried to save the life of someone who I knew I could consider a friend. It didn't quite work out.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Is your friend still okay?
No, he was executed.
Son of a bitch. Well, darling, if you continue to decide to walk that path, I can only see that it might lead to other violence. And to be honest with you, you are smart. You listen intently. You waited for an opportunity to strike at the possibility of an adventure. Just know that Way Industries is always looking for visionaries, smart people, if you ever are looking for work, put extra money in your pocket, or not even that, but maybe go ahead and leave for something larger. There's going to be a brighter future very soon.
Well, you might be able to consider me highly interested. So, I want you to take my telegram.
Indeed. Hey, darling. If actually, you know what? Could I be that bastard? You have my telegram, yes?
I do.
Could you please go ahead and send me one with yours attached?
Of course.
You're the best. Thank you there, Miss
Yes.
Holly.
Thank you, Mr. Wei.
Of course. If anything, let me stuff this in the bank before I get myself in trouble.
Yes, please.
I had a man come in here with a gun, a Norman. He thought I was bank robber. Thought I was putting gold bars away. I'm honestly, I looked at the man and I'm like, you put that fucking goddamn iron down before I go ahead and kung fu kick your nutsack right off this goddamn planet.
That's quite extreme.
Extreme? Are you kidding me? The man was about to put hot steel in the back of my head. That's
True.
the least I could go ahead and do.
True.
Just see what these hands can do. It's insanity.
Is it?
Alright, I might be exaggerating.
Well, I will go send that telegram before I forget, Mr. Wei. You have a good night.
You as well there, Miss Holly. Pleasure to do business with you.
Pleasure was all mine. Yeah, we sell bonds as well. I might ask him about those later. But I didn't want to, like, here, buy this, here, buy this, here, buy this. You know? I already cleaned him out of almost $200. Alright, let's send Mr. Wei a telegram. A telegram. I appreciated our conversation and transactions inside the bank this afternoon. Looking forward to hearing from you any time. Here's my telegram. Miss Frost. DU057. Alright. Well, that was a cool interaction. I really enjoyed that. Like, not even just because I was making money, just because it was cool. I like the RP that Derek was doing with Wei Industries and all that, and I'd like to, you know, maybe that's what I get Holly involved in. That could be fun. Especially if she could do jeweler type stuff. Oh, that's part of her backstory. Ooh. This could be fun. I'm a little bit excited. It could be really cool. And they don't like Jack? Guys! I'm so excited! Because Holly could very easily be more of like a high-class criminal. Does that make sense? You know, like, Syve's supposed to be kind of gritty and petty. Holly could be really like the high-class. I don't know how to put it, like the highly skilled kind of. I know I'm not highly skilled at anything, but things are looking up until she gets pulled in for murder. Listen, I think we can swing that being self-defense, but you know what? It's gonna be interesting either way.